Hey guys, I'm always on the hunt for the coolest gadgets that blend style, innovation, and everyday usability. Today, I'm super pumped to chat about the Honor Magic V Flip 2 foldable phone. I've been digging into this one, and let me tell you, it's got that perfect mix of fashion flair and high-tech features that has me hooked. After spending some quality time exploring what it offers, I'm totally convinced Honor should roll this out worldwide. It's too good to keep locked in one market. We're talking a clamshell foldable that's not just functional but turns heads, competes with the big dogs like Samsung, and packs some surprises that could shake up your next phone upgrade. If you're a foldable fan or just curious about the future of smartphones, stick with me. I'll break it all down step by step. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you got questions. Let's jump in. So, a quick backstory on Honor to set the stage. These guys have been crushing it in the foldable world lately. They've made a name for themselves with book-style foldables, like the brand new Magic V5 that's grabbing headlines for being incredibly thin and premium. But flips? That's a newer territory for them. They debuted their first one last year with the Magic V Flip, and now the Magic V Flip 2 is stepping up for 2025. This phone is primarily aimed at Honor's home base in China, where the foldable scene is insanely competitive. Think Huawei, Oppo, Xiaomi, ZTE all battling it out, plus Samsung sneaking in with their Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. From what I've seen and tested, though, the V Flip 2 isn't just holding its ground. It's actually outperforming the Z Flip 7 in areas like battery life and camera versatility. It's a worthy contender that deserves a spot on global shelves. Design is where this phone really starts to shine, especially if you're into that fashion-forward vibe. If you've checked out the original V Flip, the V Flip 2 looks pretty similar at first glance, but there are some thoughtful updates that make it feel fresher. The most obvious change is the dual rear cameras. They now have matching size surrounds, ditching the uneven look from last year where the ultra-wide lens was tiny and the main one was oversized. It creates this clean, balanced aesthetic that's easy on the eyes. Unlike the horizontal camera arrays on Motorola's Razr line or Samsung's Z Flips, Honor opted for a vertical setup, with a display wrapping smoothly around it. It's a subtle but smart choice that shows their engineering smarts. Speaking of engineering, Honor's been pushing boundaries in the foldable space. Their Magic V5 is touted as the world's thinnest book-style foldable, which is impressive stuff. The V Flip 2 doesn't quite hit that same ultra-slim pinnacle, but it's still a solid performer. In terms of weight and dimensions, it's comparable to something like the Galaxy Z Flip 6 or the more budget-oriented Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE, though it edges out in thinness in some spots. When I picked it up, it didn't feel overly chunky, but to amp up the appeal and offset any bulk perception, Honor renewed their collab with fashion powerhouse Professor Jimmy Choo. Yeah, the same Jimmy Choo known for those iconic luxury shoes. This partnership brings a whole new level of style to tech. The phone drops in four color options: a vibrant purple, a clean white, a sleek gray, and the standout limited edition Jimmy Choo variant. That Jimmy Choo one comes with an upgrade to 16 gigabytes of RAM instead of the base 12 gigabytes, which is a nice perk for multitaskers. I was fortunate enough to get my mitts on the Jimmy Choo edition, and it's a real conversation starter. The frame is this elegant light blue metal that gradients into a glittering silver to blue ombre back panel. Honor describes it as evoking crushed stardust scattered across a deep blue sea, unfolding a sparkling dream. Kinda poetic, but it nails that dreamy, luxurious feel. It's definitely more bold and divisive than the standard colors, and pairing it with outfits might require some thought if you're style conscious like me. But the details are what sell it. There's this intricate clues to Paris patterning around the main cameras, like something from a high-end watch, and when the phone's closed, the hinge spine features a refractive geometric design topped with Professor Jimmy Choo in a shiny mirror polish. It's like carrying a piece of couture in your pocket. Turned heads every time I pulled it out. That said, I do have to mention it's not perfect in the slimmest department. Closed up, it's about 15.5 millimeters thick, which is a slight increase from the original's 14.89 millimeters. But when open, it's trimmer at 6.9 millimeters down from 7.15 millimeters. The cover display does jut out a bit on the upper half when the phone's unfolded, and a shift to flatter, squared-off edges gives it a more blocky, brick-like vibe compared to the rounded curves of its predecessor. Still, the overall build quality blew me away. The hinge is super sturdy, letting you angle it anywhere from 45 degrees to fully open without wobbling. The display crease? One of the most minimal I've encountered. You barely see or feel it. And for durability, it's got IP58 and IP59 certification for dust and water resistance, which is a huge step up from the IP48 rating on rivals like the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra or Samsung's Z Flip 7. That means it's better equipped for real-life mishaps, like a quick rain shower or a dusty gym bag. Now, let's talk battery. This is where Honor addressed a common flip phone gripe head-on. Foldables in this style often struggle with all-day power, but not this one. The original Magic V Flip was already decent, but the V Flip 2 cranks it up with the biggest battery ever in a clamshell, a whopping 5,500 mAh cell. That's even larger than what's in the Galaxy Z Fold 7, and it's enabled by advanced silicon carbon (CC) battery tech that's pushing the envelope. In my hands-on time, this thing powered through heavy usage, streaming videos, scrolling social media, gaming sessions, without breaking a sweat. I easily got a full day and then some, which is a game changer for anyone tired of mid-afternoon charges. And charging speeds? It's the fastest in the flip category at 80W wired, complete with a compatible Honor Supercharge adapter right in the box. Plus, it supports 50W wireless charging for that cable-free convenience. No more waiting around. It's quick, efficient, and reliable. Cameras are another massive strength, and honestly, one of the reasons I'd pick this over competitors. Honor seriously upgraded from last year's setup, swapping the 50MP main and 12MP ultra-wide for a massive 200MP primary sensor. Versatility is key here. In the camera app, you can seamlessly switch from 0.5x ultra-wide to a sensor-crop lossless 4x zoom, and push all the way to 30x with Honor's AI Super Zoom tech that upscales without losing too much detail. I've snapped shots across the full range, and the results are impressive, sharp, vibrant, and detailed, even in tricky lighting. Pair that with the large 4-inch 120Hz cover screen, which is one of the brightest out there at a peak of 3,600 nits, and you've got an epic selfie machine. It's perfect for quick snaps or group shots without unfolding. Video capture goes up to 4K at 60 frames per second, and the foldable design lets you prop the phone at various angles for hands-free recording. As someone who records a lot for YouTube, this feature is gold. Imagine setting it up on a table for solo vlogs or tutorials without needing a tripod. It opens up so many creative possibilities for content creators on the go. Shifting to software, I was running the Chinese firmware on MagicOS 9, built on Android 15, but it was a breeze to sideload the Google Play Store and get all my apps going. MagicOS has its quirks. It's loaded with features that can feel a bit bloated if you're coming from stock Android, but it's also incredibly customizable. You can tweak everything from gaming performance optimizations to aesthetic themes that match your style. For a deeper look at MagicOS, I'd recommend checking out reviews of the Honor Magic 7 Pro, as it shares a lot of the same DNA. But what really impressed me is how well it integrates with the flip form factor. The cover screen isn't just a gimmick. It's functional with cute animated characters that react to hand gestures and voice commands if you speak Mandarin, plus handy widgets for calendar, weather, media controls, and more. Honor went the extra mile with app compatibility too. They promised 99% support for Chinese apps on the outer display without needing to open the phone. In my testing with international apps, it handled everything I threw at it flawlessly. Spotify streamed without hiccups. Netflix played full episodes on the cover screen. And even demanding games like Call of Duty, mobile ran smooth as butter, despite a little warning pop-up for untested apps. That's a level of flexibility you don't always get with other clamshells, where the outer screen is limited to basics. It makes the phone feel more versatile for quick tasks on the fly. On the pricing front, Honor hasn't officially announced costs for the V Flip 2 yet, but based on trends and what I found online, it's poised to be a value champ. The original Magic V Flip launched at around $700 equivalent in China, which was nearly 40% cheaper than the Galaxy Z Flip 6 at the time. With Samsung holding steady on pricing for the Z Flip 7, I'd approximate the V Flip 2 coming in at about $850 to $950 if it hits global markets. A steal for the features, undercutting premium competitors while delivering more in battery and cameras. Let's compare it to the competition to give you a fuller picture. Against the Galaxy Z Flip 7, the Honor wins on battery size, charging speed, IP rating, and camera sensors, but Samsung has the advantage in software polish and worldwide support. Versus the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra, the V Flip 2 feels more luxurious, with the Jimmy Choo tie-in and better app integration on the cover screen. If you're in China, it's an easy pick, but for the rest of us, a global launch would disrupt the market and give more choices beyond Samsung's dominance. Pros? Stylish and unique design, unbeatable battery life, blazing fast charging, versatile cameras that punch above their weight, durable build for worry-free use, and software that's flexible and fun. Cons? It can feel a smidge bulky compared to slimmer rivals. The fashion edition might not appeal to everyone, and right now, it's China exclusive, which is a bummer. All in all, the Honor Magic V Flip 2 is a fashion-first foldable with real substance under the hood. It's got the battery to last, cameras to create, and build to endure. Honor, please make this global so we can all get in on it. If you're shopping foldables, I got a roundup of the best book style and flip phones in my other videos. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. What do you think? Would you go for the Jimmy Choo version? Let me know in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe for more tech breakdowns, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Catch you in the next one.